Dragon Ball Z Lord Slug, the fourth Dragon Ball Z movie. So this movie starts off with like a giant meteor heading towards the Earth, and it will like destroy the Earth like on impact. So so Goku and Krillin try to stop the meteor by pushing it to another direction, but they can't even move it. So they're knocked unconscious, and like the meteor like a spaceship comes out of the meteor, but the Earth is spared, is not destroyed. A spaceship comes out of the meteor and it lands on Earth, and these aliens come out. They tell the Earth that the Earth now belongs to Lord Slug, and we find out that he's pretty much he's dying. He only has a few days left because his time is limited. And the aliens we find out what the aliens want to do with the Earth, and and so on, what the plan is. And so of course Goku and his friends come to try to stop Lord Slug and his men. But before they can do that, Lord Slug he reads in Bulma's mind and finds out about the Dragon Balls, and he gathers them, and he wishes for eternal youth, which makes him a lot stronger. And then his men they are pretty strong, but compared to Lord Slug, no, they ain't. But honestly, this movie is pretty much Lord Slug wants to take over the Earth and turn it into his own. I won't say what it is, just for those of you guys that haven't seen the movie yet, but so he wants to take over the Earth and turn it into his again, I won't say it, but then of course Goku and his friends try to stop him, and it was a pretty good movie. Before that, the story was awesome. So now I want to talk about the main villain, Lord Slug. So when he first arrives on Earth, we don't really know who he is. He's covered up, and so we don't know who he is, what race he's from. But as the movie goes on, we find out that he's a Namekian, but not just any Namekian. He's a super Namekian, and apparently King Kai does tell Goku what happened to him, and the other super Namekians, and why none of them are living on planet Namek. Now, which I did like that part. I like the fact that we got a backstory about Lord Slug, but the problem that I have with that is it's just King Kai telling us. We're not given any flashbacks about the super Nameks, and me personally, I prefer to actually see the history. I don't want to hear it and then picture in my head. I would just prefer to see the flashbacks, but I did like how we had the whole backstory explained to us by King Kai. But so that was pretty good, so we find out his past history by Lord Slug, what happened with him, and why he does all the things he does, but when he gets his eternal youth, he's incredibly strong. He's almost invincible. This guy's literally beating all the Z fighters left and right. Just when you think that he's gonna lose, nope. He's a lot stronger. This movie, it wasn't there wasn't too much going on in it, but there wasn't there wasn't too little. So it was I feel it was done right. It was just an hour-long episode, but done right though. Not too much stuff. Cause even the backup villains, his henchmen, while they were pretty strong, they weren't really really strong, compared to the previous Dragon Ball Z movie villains. But the henchmen of the main villains. But yeah, Lord Slug. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Comment below. Let me know, and have a great day, everyone.